What's up, you guys? Second video in a row. I was asked on Facebook to throw out some videos about my opinion on the Royal Rumble and Raw. Spit out the video for the Royal Rumble. It was really just my opinion on it. It wasn't any deep analysis or anything. So if you didn't catch that and you're watching this one, I'll drop a link of that video in the description. But if you're not interested, got this view. So, anyways, on to Raw. Not just any Raw, it's the first Raw onto the road to Wrestlemania. And WWE is lucky because I was about this close to not watching it. Last night, I didn't express this feeling in the Royal Rumble video, but last night I was very, technically not last night because it's Tuesday now, but Monday morning and Sunday night I was very angry because Sheamus won the Royal Rumble, mainly because, well, Sheamus won it. This would be the second year in a row that someone I didn't expect at all to win it. Last year was Alberto Del Rio, and I was like, what? And now it's Sheamus, and I'm just kind of like, well, at least it's better than Alberto, but still, I was, whatever. Where they're going to go with it, I don't know. But that was one thing I wanted to tune into Raw about. Second thing was the evaluation of this guy, which, of course, as I speak, the game himself is coming out. Anyways, we'll get to that later. Raw was solid. It was actually really solid, and it kept me from not dropping me watching this on TV. It was really good. All the matches. I'm not gonna go by each match because, to be honest, when people put up 15 or 20-minute videos on YouTube talking about every single match and like giving play-by-play stuff, it's very boring, very quick. So I'm just gonna give you for what you hit the play button for, and that's my opinion. The matches were good. They were actually really great. I even caught myself saying, I feel that I'm watching a pay-per-view. The Randy Orton-Dolph Ziggler match, we've seen it so many times already, but they gave one of the best matches that's been put out there. The CM Punk Daniel Bryan match. I knew there was something up with that as soon as it was booked. I really thought they were going to go, well, they went with the Jericho angle. Jericho slid in Code Breaker to CM Punk. But what I thought they were going to do was have Jericho prove the point that he is the best in the world at what he does today. And I thought he was going to hit both Bryan and CM Punk and once again go for being the undisputed WWE champion. Now, that would have worked if he won the Royal Rumble. If he would have won the Royal Rumble, he could attack both of them, won one of the titles at the Elimination Chamber, which I would have liked it to be Daniel Bryan's title, and then go on to face CM Punk for the undisputed title. That would have been the most interesting storyline that they've had. Then again, they didn't even have to do it that way. He could have won the Royal Rumble, and then he could have won the Money in the Bank match. Having Chris Jericho win both of those matches would have completely solidified the point, and it would also give me my mark out moment of having the Money in the Bank briefcase cashed in the same night at WrestleMania. But we can only hope, you know. But all the matches were stellar. I was hoping during the pointless Divas Championship match that Karma was going to come out. Everyone that watched the Royal Rumble knew that Karma came out. So that's kind of what I was waiting for. Miz Kofi Kingston match, it was good, but the only thing I really pretty much got out of that is that they recapped Kofi Kingston's handstand, which was the saved moment for the year. You know, everyone has the moment. Last year was John Morrison when he leaped onto the barricade. This year it was Kofi Kingston doing a handstand. Pretty much every Royal Rumble they have to come up with something new because everybody can do the Shawn Michaels swinging or the flip up or the false eliminations and stuff like that. But they have to keep inventing and finding superstars that can do stuff like that, or it's just going to be a battle royal that no one's going to pay $45 for. But like I said, Raw was good. I'm pretty much just hitting the high points. Everyone knows Jericho slid in and came out. What most people don't know is right before Raw, and this is one of the reasons why I have a Twitter. Because if you notice, right about there on the screen, if you're like me and you record all your wrestling on your DVR, so you can watch it and watch it and watch it. If you notice, up there where it usually says WWE, it says #Raw. Okay, they kind of amped up the Twitter talk again this week. They didn't last week for some reason. But it says #Raw. If you went and put in #Raw before the show, the last person that tweeted about it was Chris Jericho. And his tweet was, "I have something to say, .. #Raw. Everyone's thinking, okay, well at least when I saw it, okay, nice promo because you got eliminated last in the Royal Rumble. So that's what I was thinking. Actually, I was wrong. Right after he attacked CM Punk, maybe about 45 minutes later, rolling into the end of the show, he said, "I told you I had something to say, #Raw. So now he is flipping the script and being more active instead of vocal, or the absence of vocal, however you want to put it. The CM Punk Chris Jericho feud has now begun, and next week on Raw there will be a delicious promo shoot going between the both of them, and it will be excellent because you have two of the best speakers, minus The Rock, on television. Trying not to skip to what's happening right now yet. Even though I think I'm gonna have to. One thing that didn't surprise me, sort of. You'll see my mixed feelings about this. The Kane, Cena, Eve segment that happened. I don't like it. At least it's been okay. I don't like where it went on Monday because they used Beth Phoenix and Eve to just kind of move on, like they don't care about the divas. But Kane, he got his ass kicked, and I don't know why. Because he came out of the Royal Rumble pretty much victorious. Like, you call that victorious for Kane. And the fact that they took that and then the next night had Cena use his aggression with the steel steps was dumb to me. It should have been going like it should have. Cena should have came out and tried to save Eve, and he had a little bit of offense, but then he got put on his ass. That's what should have happened. Because now you got Kane booked weak. What is he going to do next week? Go back to the fire and the promo and stuff? That's not going to work now, because now you can see that Cena has an upper hand. That's dumb, and they shouldn't have done that. They kind of showed Cena getting angry, but it was more like he was angry and happy. It was more like a psychotic scientist than an actual heel, because with heels, it doesn't work like that. The best heelish moment that's happened to John Cena in the past 5 years is when last year or 2 years ago this was about 2 years ago, he exploded on Chris Jericho. That I like recorded on my phone because that was one of the best moments that happened. I just think the whole Cena Kane thing needs to somehow boil over and morph into Cena Rock very quickly, because this isn't going to turn out good if development keeps getting a hold of it. I guess I can move on to, the big news. Of course, what's going on behind me right now is pretty much Triple H giving Laurinaitis his evaluation, but you all know he got kind of cut off. I kind of saw this coming. I didn't think it was going to happen this early, though, because we all know that The Undertaker's probably not going to wrestle until WrestleMania. So I don't see him having a match in between then. We're still a month and a half away. Well, 61 days now. That's a long time to be on TV but not have a match. And I guess they felt that way with The Rock. Like, he pops in and out of TV. We got to get something out of him, put him in the Survivor Series. Because they knew that fans weren't really buying for his first match back. They were buying for, Cena Rock. So they didn't have to worry about not selling tickets for WrestleMania. But Undertaker came back. Case in point. And it's actually about to happen in a second. And it was good, because how the way, Triple H in the ring, he can tell a story. There's the bell. You see Triple H's face. He's good. He knows how to tell a story with his face. One thing I noticed. Not many people probably did. One thing I did notice. And I'm going to see what I can do. Now, you guys all know that pictures went around everywhere. Mark Calloway, The Undertaker, shaved his head 4 or 5 months ago. That, not his real hair. And if you see it, you can notice it. Everyone out there knows The Undertaker's hair, which is why he was wearing this not him hat on. That's not his hair. That's a wig. Now, what they're going to do with this, I don't know. Kane can wrestle with the wig on because he has the mask. What is The Undertaker going to do when he takes off his hat? Now, hair grows. I understand that. Maybe he'll go back to being the American Badass for his last run. I don't know. But that is terrible. Because that, going through, looking at him, this is one of the worst wigs WWE's ever put out. And it kind of killed my mark out for The Undertaker. Completely being honest. It really kind of set me off there. But high points, I give this Raw an A++. It was great. We got to see a reverse spot. Everyone knew that Triple H was coming, didn't know The Undertaker was coming, just like last year. We all knew The Undertaker was coming, didn't know Triple H was coming. So it was a good reverse spot. But the fact that Triple H just patted him on the back and left was huge, because that means we're not going to see Triple H versus Undertaker Part 3. Yes, they've had 3 matches at WrestleMania. Triple H has been put down for each abbreviated letter in his name. So, who his WrestleMania opponent will be interesting to see that develop in the next 61 days. But, as for now, I will do just like the WWE does, and I will lead you pretty much just hanging off with a stare off, because like WWE Creative, they like to do that. Uh, um, as for this Raw, like I said, A++. I will see you guys next time I get requested for a video. I probably won't do them unless that's the case, because I don't want to just sit here and talk for 15 minutes and no one want to watch it, So anyways, I'm going to cut this. I'll see you guys next time.